This morning, the search is over. After 3 weeks, 2 convicted killers are no longer on the run.
David Sweat was shot and captured by police Sunday in Constable, New York. Kat Viglienzoni is live for us this morning at the place where it all began, outside the Clinton Correctional Facility in Dannemora, where Richard, Matt, and Sweat made their getaway 24 days ago.
Yes, right, even Allie. And as you can see, it is pretty quiet here outside the prison this morning, and that is really probably a good thing because law enforcement officers have been searching non-stop over the last 3 weeks for those 2 men. Of course, it was a different story here last night. A lot of noise and a lot of cheering as they came home to a hero's welcome. Sunday evening was a time to celebrate outside the Clinton Correctional Facility in Dannemora. For 3 weeks, Dannemora and the surrounding communities have been on edge, wondering if killers Richard, Matt, and David Sweat were still in the area. Now, they don't need to wonder anymore.
We have been waiting patiently for these men to be caught, so we're very happy.
Happy to know that their families are safe, and also happy to have the thousands of searchers home, too, after more than 3 weeks of a non-stop manhunt. This family made their own signs, which, by the end of a rainy evening, were soaked and tearing, but they and others braved the weather to show their support.
Now, did you make this one yourself?
Yes.
What does it say?
Thank you, law enforcement.
Roger Favreau has family working inside the prison. He made T-shirts to show his support.
These guys all busted butt and feet on the ground, and they all deserve recognition.
They got that recognition late last night when a group of corrections officers returned to the prison where it all began. Posing for a group photo and shaking hands with grateful residents who say they didn't doubt that the men and women in uniform would track down and stop the escapees.
I've always believed that no one was going to get hurt, and time was on their side. They just had to wait, and they did everything correct.
So, of course, it has been a very tense 3 weeks for people living in the area here, and they tell me they are looking forward to life getting back to normal now that those 2 men are not on the loose anymore. Even Allie?
And now, Kat, you know, that is a pretty small community. How have they been dealing with these events over the past 3 weeks?
Right, well, we've seen a community here that really rose to the occasion right from the get-go. You might remember a couple weeks back when the search was focused more around the prison here in the Dannemora and Katyville area. People were organizing breakfasts for the men and women who were coming off of those searching shifts, tired and hungry, and just making sure that they could help out in any way they could. And that did not go unnoticed by the prison here. They actually have a sign up, you can't see it from where we are, on the other side, thanking everyone for their continued support during this time and for making their jobs just that much easier. Allie and Eva?
All right, Kat, thank you so much for that. We will check in with you a little later.